that what I did, and I don't know if Willie was watching over me or not, but what I did on this exercise that I haven't done before, because if I do rows, if I do these, well, if I do these curls, I mean, these preacher curls, and what it does is it puts a lot of pressure right here on my chest, right here, my sternum, I guess that's what it's called, or the chest plate. And so the the thing I'm leaning on puts a lot of pressure on my chest, and it hurts after a while. Quite a few repetitions, it starts to hurt quite a while. So I put the towel there. That helped a little bit. But then what I found was even more helpful was using that little pillow, using the it's a turtle pillow that I use, and if I put that in between my chest and the preacher curl bar that is right in front of my chest, then I have somewhat of a cushion so that I can do a bunch of repetitions, I can do a bunch of sets, and it's not so uncomfortable. It's not so bad. It doesn't hurt like crazy in my chest. So I was able to do all my reps, all my sets that I desired, and I also, if you can, I don't know if you can notice it here, but I did increase the weight just a little bit since the last time that I did this. I think last time I did this was like about 2 years ago. I recorded it during that time. So, and I found out another thing that is good for him. You know, for my buddy, he was having a lot of elbow pain, and one thing I did to prevent that was that I did the holds whenever I was holding the Easy Curl bar up to my shoulders. So it wasn't like I was letting my arm fully extend outwards and doing a hold that way. I was doing the holds with my arms bent into my elbows almost. So that was just what my experience was this time, and it was pretty good with that turtle pillow. It worked out all right. I really miss my buddy. It's been about a week now since my best buddy passed away. He died from a brain hemorrhage. Or more commonly spoken, it's a stroke. I thought I would do this exercise for him. I just named this exercise for him. I've named a couple of my exercises for, a couple of the things that I've lost. So I thought I would name this exercise for him. He liked to do he liked to do curls, but the problem was that the problem that he had, Willie had, was that the curls started to make his elbow very uncomfortable. They start to make it hurt, like really bad. I mean, the elbow pain he had was so bad at night he couldn't sleep sometimes at night, and so he would wake up in the middle of the night with so much elbow pain that he I told him, I said, you know, hey man, just cut it out. Just don't do, because he was doing curls. He was doing these, as you can see here, I'm doing curls with an easy curl bar. He was doing curls, um, but um, it was more homemade. I think he was doing it with some cinder blocks or something like that at home. So, but he would do a ton of repetitions, a ton of repetitions. I don't know, 50, 100 repetitions or something like that. And he would just do it all at one time. He wouldn't space it out. You know, maybe do 10 or 20 reps at a time, and then um, take a break. I don't think that he did that. I think that he just like did 100 or 150 from start to finish, and that was it. There was no. I don't think he stopped at all. Um, and I was looking at some of the causes of a stroke and exercise, and how the two, you know, how the two go together. And it can happen. A stroke can happen if a stroke is like a blood clot that travels to the brain, and also there's a stroke also that can go to the heart. But anyway, it blocks an artery. Um, so what can happen, what can cause a stroke is if you're doing rows. Like um, I do pull down rows. I do pull. I do I do wide grip rows. I do straight bar rows with a straight bar. I do rows sitting in my wheelchair. All these things um, can cause a stroke if see if you like if you are getting the blood pumping so fast, like 600 beats a second or a minute. No, 600 beats a minute. I couldn't have 600 beats a second, but something like that. I can't, but it was a lot of beats per second. And one of the things that caused the stroke to occur like that is not only the rows, but he was a smoker and he was a drinker. So his health wasn't as great, but I talked to my mom, you know, because she had to take her blood pressure every once in a while, and he would take his blood pressure, and he would just be just fine. His blood pressure would be just fine. So it's, you know, it's very curious because the blood pressure would tell right away. That's like a big sign that you're going to have it, that's one of the precursors to having a stroke. And it's like the second one was smoking, and I guess it increases your blood flow like really quickly, so that's bad. And another one is doing drugs like amphetamines or something like that. They also cause a rapid increase in the heartbeat. So, you know, I want to say it was the smoking, and like I said, the rows exercises might have played a part, because, like I said, he did not take a break. I don't think he took a break in between start to finish. I don't think he took like a rest in between sets. So Because what happens whenever if you exercise so vigorously that your face gets red, then you might be, you might be overdoing yourself, and you might be really taxing your heart.